make a custom gift for your favorite person? A memento of your favorite place? Or wall art of your favorite creature? All that and more is in your reach with the laser cutter at the Lane Tech Center. The Lane Tech Center is located in downtown Hamilton and is open to the public. Anyone in the community can learn how to use the laser cutter. So come on in and get ready to get creative. Our machine is the Evo Desktop CO2 laser cutter and engraver from Boss Laser. It has a 24x12 work area and a 60-watt CO2 laser. It is capable of cutting and engraving several types of material. At the Tech Center, we have free scraps of wood, leather, and acrylic for your use. You can also bring your own material or purchase materials here. Always make sure to have more material than you think you need. There are also certain materials that cannot go in the machine, like some plastics. If you're not sure about your material, ask a staff member and we'd be happy to help. Also, don't paint or stain your material before using the laser. You can do that after your project is done. Now, let's get started with our project. First, we need a design. You can use any vector software for this part, such as Inkscape or Adobe Illustrator. Designing can even be done at home to save time. For this example, I will use Inkscape to design an acrylic plaque. First, I'll open a new project. I have a design ready, so I will import it into my project. This is just a picture, and I need to change it into a vector graphic. To do this, select the item, click on the path up at the top, and click Trace Bitmap. A sidebar will show up and allow you to adjust the bitmap of your image. Once you are satisfied with the shape, press Apply. The new shape will appear on your screen. You can delete your original picture now. You won't need it anymore. Next, I'll add some custom text with the text tool. Make sure to select your text and click Path, Object to Path. And make sure that the color is the same as the other graphic. The laser software will separate shapes by color. I can center my elements by clicking and dragging to select both of them, going to Align and Distribute, and clicking the center button. Now I can make my cut lines. For this project, I will make a simple rectangular plaque. So that the software registers these lines as cuts, we need the stroke color to be different from our engraving and the fill color to be off. I'll center my picture, my text, and my cut line. Now my file is ready. Save your file as an SVG, either on a USB drive or online storage. If using a USB drive, make sure to eject it before removing it. Now we're ready to head to the laser. To start, make sure the machine is turned on by turning the key. We have an exhaust fan that will carry out any smoke and fumes. You can turn it on with this remote. If you want to reduce soot and browning, you can cover your material with masking tape. Some materials come already masked. Once you have your material ready, open the lid of the laser and place it in the tray. If there's any bowing or unevenness, you can secure the material with pegs. Close the lid. Now we will go to the computer. Our laser uses software called Lightburn to transfer digital images into cuts and engravings onto our material. Import your ready file into Lightburn. You can move your design around the work area by clicking and dragging it. On the right is the layer settings. The setting at the top of the list will be the first one to execute. So if you're doing both engraving and cutting, make sure to use the up and down arrows to arrange your settings to place your cut operation as the last one. Now we want to adjust the settings. You'll notice these boxes for speed, power maximum, and power minimum. We want to change these. At the Tech Center, we have some example material tests to help you get a baseline for these numbers. Stay until the end of the video to learn how to make your own custom material tests. Now I'll change my engraving settings, the blue one. First, we want to change this box where it says line. We want to change it to fill. This will let us engrave the entire area inside the shapes instead of just making an outline. Then we will change the power and speed settings as well. Now let's set the focus of our laser. Click on the pin drop icon and then click in the middle of your design. The laser head will move to the corresponding spot. On the laser screen, press the rightmost button. The laser will begin to focus itself so that it is the correct height from your material. Now we want to make sure our design is positioned correctly. Click on the frame button and then watch the laser head. It frames the area where the design will be burned. If it goes past the material's edges, you can readjust and frame again. Just play the frame game until it's right where you want it. All that's left now is to press the start button and the laser will take care of the rest. The laser can be pretty loud while it's working, so some may prefer to wear ear protection. You can bring your own or use a pack of earplugs from the Tech Center. You also want to avoid staring at the laser itself for long periods of time without specialized eye protection. It's a good idea to keep an eye on your project to make sure it's turning out well. And if there's ever an emergency, you can use the red emergency stop knob on the front to shut the machine down. Once the laser is done, wait a moment for the smoke to clear. Then you can open the lid and retrieve your project. When you're done with the laser, make sure to turn off the exhaust fan and turn off the laser. If your project was masked, you can now take off the masking paper. And there you have it, a one-of-a-kind item you can't get anywhere else. This is just the beginning of what can be made with the laser. If you're interested in learning how to use the machine yourself, reach out to the Lane Tech Center to set up an appointment for one-on-one instruction.
Thank you for calling the Tech Center.
Our friendly staff will assist you so that you feel confident using the machine yourself. To get in touch, call us, email us at techcenter@lanepl.org, or fill out the online request form. We can't wait to see what you create. Did you bring your own material? Not sure what settings to use? Or even just want to learn more? You can do a custom material test to help you narrow down what settings you should be using for different materials. Use a CO2 laser preset to ensure it will be compatible with the Boss Evo CO2. At the bottom of the pop-up, make sure to enable the text and decide if you want the border enabled. Once you have narrowed down settings for your material, you can adjust the text and border settings to give you better results. I find it can be helpful to add a title to my materials test so I know what material it is, what kind of test it is, and if it was cut and engraved with masking tape on it or not. You can name it however helps you. You can adjust the minimum speed, minimum power, maximum power, and how many increments you would like to have within each variable. With the material tests, we are unable to select where we want the laser head to go with our pin drop tool. We will have to do it based on the measurements of the laser bed area. You can place your material in the top right corner of the laser bed. If your speed and power increments are not more than 10, you can set the position to X 240 and Y 80. Be sure to play the frame game until your test coordinates and material aligns. On the laser, use the arrows to position the laser head close to the center of the cut and engrave area. Focus the laser head. Now you can begin the test. Once the test is finished, you can see what settings work best for your specific material.